I'm sure everyone who is a part of the PlayStation ecosystem who is watching this knows that the new PlayStation Plus tiers are finally available here in the West. And what do I think about them? Yeah, I'm not very excited, nor do I plan on upgrading to any of the higher tiers anytime soon. There's PlayStation Plus Essential, which is pretty much the same PlayStation Plus we've had for years now. PlayStation Plus Extra provides all the benefits from the Essential tier, adds a catalog up to 400 of the most enjoyable PS4 and PS5 games, including blockbuster hits from our PlayStation Studios catalog and third-party partners. Games in the Extra tier are downloadable to play. PlayStation Plus Premium provides all the benefits from Essential and Extra tiers, adds up to 340 additional games, including PS3 games, available via cloud streaming. Ugh. A catalog of beloved classic games available in both streaming and download options from the original PlayStation, PS2, and PSP generations. And people who subscribe to PS Plus Premium are also entitled to time-limited trials of upcoming games. None of this shit entices me whatsoever to subscribe to any of the higher tiers. The only thing that kinda sorta interests me are the PS1, PS2, and PSP games. And even then, Sony has confirmed that a number of these games will be available to purchase separately, without you having to subscribe to any of these higher tiers. So if there are any PS1, PS2, or PSP games that Sony provides in the future that pique my curiosity, and you can buy them separately without the need of upgrading to any of these higher tiers, fuck it, I'm not bothering with any of these higher tiers. And you may be wondering, why would you want to pay separately for these old games, when you could just subscribe to the premium tier and not have to pay separately for these old games? Because I don't give a fuck. I'm fine with shelling out some money for these old games. And on top of that, the yearly price for premium is $120 fucking dollars. I know that's a better deal than Game Pass. I believe Game Pass is even more expensive than that yearly, but still. I'm not shelling out that much money just to play old games. But you shell out that much money to play GameCube games. Shut up, that's completely different. No, really, it is completely different. At least with that, if you put up $100+, you get the game disc, the game case, the manual, you get to play the game on original hardware. So when it comes to GameCube collecting, I feel like I'm getting a bang for my buck. But with this, I'm just playing ROMs. I am perfectly okay with paying for some games that interest me separately, as opposed to paying over $100 every year for hundreds of games I may not even give a fuck enough about to play. And let's talk about what's easily the worst thing about these new tiers. You still have to stream PS3 games. I gave PS Now a shot back in like the fall when I wanted to play Red Dead Redemption 1. Even after making that video saying I don't have any interest in PS Now, I just really wanted to play Red Dead Redemption 1 because it never got a remaster for the PS4, and it was a fucking terrible experience. I have pretty decent internet, but even still, there were some play sessions where the lag was just fucking insufferable. I experienced really bad input lag, and what sucks is, on its own, Red Dead Redemption 1 is a really good game, but unfortunately the experience was hindered by how fucking awful PS Now was. And with these new PS Plus tiers, it seems like nothing has changed. The only thing different now is that Sony fused PS Now and PS Plus together without improving anything. And I perfectly understand this is because the PS3 had a really fucking weird architecture. This is something that Sony dropped the ball hard on and is still paying the price for. But there are people out there who have no affiliation with Sony whatsoever who have been able to successfully emulate PS3 games. If fans can do it, Sony can sure as shit do it too. And I know people say in response, well, that takes time, resources, but if you're charging people over $100 a fucking year for this shit, don't give them such a garbage fucking experience when it comes to playing PS3 games on their PS5. This is something that Sony should have got to work on the moment they thought of consolidating PS Now and PS Plus together and locking PS3 games behind a tier that costs you over $100 a year. But I digress. There are rumors saying that Sony is working to rectify this, and I really hope they are, but I wouldn't be surprised if those rumors are complete bullshit, and we're going to have to deal with streaming PS3 games for at least the foreseeable future. But before I close out this video, there is one more thing I want to address. The people who are so disappointed that this is not a direct competitor to Game Pass. Sony has made it abundantly clear, even back when these tiers were just a rumor, that they have no interest in directly competing with Game Pass, at least at this current point in time. And surprise, surprise, these tiers are not a direct competitor to Game Pass. Stop believing clickbait headlines. And you may say, well, Stray is going to be free for those who subscribe to the higher tiers. That's like Game Pass, right? It is, but don't expect Sony's AAA first-party exclusives to be free on any of these tiers. You'll probably see more smaller indie titles like Stray be available for free on these higher tiers, but I really don't expect anything more than that to happen in the foreseeable future. Maybe a day will come where Sony does come out with their direct answer to Game Pass, but for now, that day is not here. So yeah, at least for now, I'm sticking with the Essential tier. I don't give a fuck if I'll be missing out on some really good PS4 games that Sony will provide for free for those who sub to the higher tiers. It doesn't bother me because I could easily buy PS4 games in used condition for dirt cheap. This is why you don't buy digital versions of consoles. So yeah, I'm not very enticed. It's not terrible, but still, it could be a lot better. But hey, at least it's better than what Nintendo's offering, right? That's an insanely low bar, isn't it? That's all I have to say. Bye-bye.